Hello and welcome back to Bump Love. Happy Women's Day to all of you ladies who watch this show every single week. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and even sharing with your friends. We absolutely love you. Now, the International Women's Day Katale is an initiative by the Private Sector Foundation Uganda, which is aimed at addressing economic challenges and promoting opportunities for women through enterprise exhibition and access to business development services. Now, this year's event is themed Bridging Economic Divides for Women's Prosperity and is scheduled for 15th to 17th March 2024 in Jinja City at Dam Water Rugby Grounds. Joining us on the show to discuss the topic of women and entrepreneurship is Cecilia Kengoro Mutabanura, the Partnership Specialist at Private Sector Foundation Uganda. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bobby.
Lovely to have you. Ladies, welcome. How was your week?
Great.
Nice.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Women's Month has been a certain kind of gear. You know, like after Christmas,
Right.
then I enter
Valentine's.
Women's Month,
Right?
So Women's Month has me feeling a certain kind of way.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's been so hot, huh?
Right.
Oh, yes.
Hasn't it? It really has.
It has been.
So we're talking women and entrepreneurship, and I know that in some shape, form, way you've engaged with businesses forming. What have you seen have been the challenges of women doing business?
I'll go first. Rachel is not here, and I've been in business, I believe, the longest. Right. But I think my major challenge in running a business as a woman in Uganda has always been the double standards. When a man works long hours, stays away from the family, he's seen as a hard-working man.
Right.
He's a provider for the family. When the coin flips and a woman does the very same thing, they are labeled irresponsible parent.
Right.
Oh yeah. Unavailable spouse. When I spoke up, I was seen as aggressive.
Yeah.
When men speak up, they're seen as assertive.
Visionary.
Yeah. Visionary. They're quick to
The
make
leader.
decisions, So you understand me. So you can imagine in those days when you'd wake up and you're like, you know what, today we are going to reinforce either a rule, a regulation, a penalty. And after you have downloaded, you're going through the corridors and you hear these people going like, a guy, a boy, be careful. Lero boss tali mu mood ntofu. Kirabika bayombye.
Right.
Yeah. And if loosely translated for those who don't understand Luganda, is basically boss ladies cannot make great decisions or any kind of decision if it is not powered by that emotional, something emotional happening in their lives, which is so sad.
Right.
You know, that you're constantly trying to put yourself out there, reach where the men have reached, but then you are not allowed to show any sort of emotion.
Right.
Yeah.
For me personally, I felt that was the biggest challenge. Yeah.
I think just to piggyback, because I have 2 points, but just to piggyback on what you said, the work-life balance as a woman in business, because for the men, you're supposed to, it's easy, it comes off easy. You're the provider.
You're expected.
You must do everything in your power to provide.
But
things,
as
even
a-
at the expense of your family.
Exactly. But as a woman, you have something to lose every other time. When you stay long at work, the children are waiting for you. That balance is not there. When you stay longer at the job, your husband is complaining. You're not supposed to complain when he's long because, it's a given for him. He should work. But when you're pushing yourself out there to lead, to do something, because you're also employing many people as a leader. The balance, like it's just an issue.
Right.
But away from that, as a person in business, I feel like finances is one of the major challenges for women in business because it's the blood that runs the business. You need to invest more and more money every time, and I feel like someone was giving us the statistics the other day, and they were saying Uganda has one of the most entrepreneurial entrepreneurs in the whole
in
world.
world,
Like they're always thinking of something to do. You'll find a woman always thinking, if I do this, if I start this pancake thing, I feel like I can get money. But then they're like, I feel like I need money. I need a motorcycle that will do the deliveries. I need this. I need more capital. I need to buy a machine. So I feel like capital has been one of the major challenges for women that have been wanting to start businesses, for women that are already in businesses, because you need to keep injecting, like more and more finances for it to grow, for it to, be where you want it to be. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That's so true.
I've not personally run a business of my own, but with the women that we work with, for instance, you find they are, especially rural women, because we in our positions, with all our challenges, we are still privileged.
Right.
But rural women, first of all, you don't own land.
Oh, yes.
You come from your father's house, you obviously can't inherit there. The assumption is that you're going to take it to another home or family.
Oh, yes.
And then you get married, and still they feel that you're second-class citizen. So, for instance, if you're widowed, then they throw you off the land.
Right.
If in the case where you don't have, let's say, male children, you're also out of that whole scenario. There are also cases where you do the work, you invest with the family and everything. By the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but when you go through the rural areas, you'll see, especially during daytime, that it's only men who are playing pool, who are at the bar.
Right? Oh, yes.
They're busy with something.
Yes.
Doing men things.
There's Ludo. They're like always playing games, right?
You know that people, it's now a business in the village.
Is it?
People, as in now how you have sports betting in Kampala.
Eh,
There they have Ludo.
they bet
The
on
one
it.
who wins, you put there, chikumi.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, bitano.
Can
you
The
imagine?
one who wins takes the pool.
All of it.
Yeah.
But now you've said the village, even in Kampala here.
Yeah,
yes.
because the Kampala has it's very unequal.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we have
mix.
rural areas within
urban areas,
Yeah, we have rural areas within.
It is.
So, you see, and women don't get those opportunities to get out of their home, because you're, first of all, doing unpaid care work, and then also you have to provide somehow. You have to plant on the man's land, then he sells and keeps the proceeds. So I don't want to call it modern day slavery, but there's almost a sense of this whole thing of you work your entire life and get nothing out of it.
It's very unfair.
Okay. So I'm a social entrepreneur, and we've had that discussion on the show before. But just to recap, what a social entrepreneur does is the businesses that we start are supposed to directly generate social change. It's direct for impact. Our first go-to is not the money. It is really just to empower people in a certain way so that they can evoke behavioral change. And me, I allowed and I found my niche. That I didn't come to this world to make a lot of money. I would really want to create impact and change in the communities I live in. But I still need to be paid for my time and resources. Because for me to give, I still need to get something back. So I found, for me, what I really found was, again, because women have a unique nature that is a little more empathetic, and you feel more for other people. You will be driving and see like people who don't have clothes or food, and you evoke, there's an emotion evoked in you. Whereas a man will just drive and say, how can I get money out of these people? So I've always found my challenge earlier. I think I'm figuring it out now, but I found that my challenge earlier was how to do that balance. Like for me, mostly because I'm a woman's woman, I like to speak to women, and I want women to be better. And I always preach, for a woman to be better, you must know better. And for you to know better, somebody must give you tools to make you, to help you, because some people don't have access, information and tools. That's all. So I've always found myself in a place where I'm like, I need you to know what I know so that you can be better. But now I'm so stretched thin, like I get calls all the time. Pumla, we need calls on financial empowerment. Pumla, we need calls on confidence. Pumla, we need a talk on self-esteem. We need a talk on this, and you don't know how, you need to reach these people, but you can't be everywhere at the same time, and you don't know how to value or quantify in resources what you're giving to what you're investing in them, because it's more than fuel and time. It's a lot of like, I need to go back, do the research, find out who these people are, connect with them. There's the investment, there is emotional, there is psychological, there is mental. So I used to find myself in a place where I'm like, I want to talk to you, but how do I charge you for it? Because I need you to have this information. Right. But I found a trick. Now what I do, I decided to be full capitalist. I decided when big people call me, I charge them high because they can afford. So that when these other people call me, I don't have to charge.
Oh my God, Pumla, I feel like I have something to tell you after here. I feel like because you have you're a great social entrepreneur, and almost like what people were doing for us at Newman's. There's like specialists that would come and have trainings on like mindset change, which I feel like you can do a lot, and then people can pay. You just get a day, maybe once a month, and people will gather, or spaces that feel like you can help, maybe village ladies, like you gather in a center, and then you'll be the one to empower them and open their minds to, for them to be the best versions of themselves.
Actually, it's good you said mindset change, because that for me is the
I feel like that's the core.
It's my core.
It's what is
trying to change mindset, culture change, to just get your mind to think, because we are all mostly biased towards our cultures and how we were raised and our conditioning and our socialization. So sometimes that restricts us, especially women, restricts women from moving forward, because they're now worried about, no, this is how I was raised, this is how I was brought up. I was brought up being told that women have to be calm and collected and quiet and simple, and you shouldn't compete with men. So now I come in to tell you that I'm sorry, but you've got to do what you've got to do. So you just need somebody to come and tell you, and then that part gets unlocked. What you do with that information is up to you. I'm not here to force you to be a different person. No, I'm just helping you unlock. Then you can think different. So for me, actually, my core is mindset change.
Allow me to say something.
That balance
before you move on. I like that you've just invoked something in my spirit, because that's exactly what we are doing. We work a lot with the rural women in the villages. So we call them for like trainings, especially on mindset change, because we feel like that is what is restricting everyone, and not just the women now. We'll call their husbands, their partners, we just call pretty much everyone, because the men also need to be unlocked on what the women can do. Because the men are holding the women back all the time because of this whole gender bias thingy, the way we were raised as women. You don't say much. If your man has said don't go to work, you should keep quiet. So the men need to also be open their minds.
So actually they are very important. The times, so this Women's Month, I'll tell you, I have been booked through my teeth to speak to women. But I always try to get the institutions and organizations, and I tell them, it is useless for me to come and empower women, because I'll motivate them in the short term. But the people with power are the men. So I need men in
We need men in
Whenever
this training.
I'm speaking to women, I say, I need men in this room. And if there are no men in the room, I ask, who are the women here with power? Who can speak up for these people? When I pick up the phone and they tell me, I was speaking at an engagement recently, and there are 16 partners and 1 woman. I said, I'm not coming unless there are men in that room. Because
I love that.
You motivate the women,
and then
they're happy,
there.
they're now driven. Then they go, after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, they realize that there is a block. Because the people with power have suppressed them. Not because these people don't want them to move further.
They don't know.
But they don't know.
That's
they
true.
also don't
They
know.
don't know better.
So I'm always telling people, I will speak to women, because women need talks as just us. But when it comes to things that are for moving forward, I want the people with the power in the room with me. And even if they are not the people with power, your colleague seated next to you, like just if your peer, even your subordinate who is a man, sometimes just needs to understand the things we are fighting for, the things that we are, trying to empower women with, so that we can all do better together.
Actually, I'm glad that you said that, even both of you, please, because the field of women speaking to women, there are few women talking to women, and for me, I'm just so glad to hear that. Okay, me as Pumla, I'm speaking now to women. It just blesses my heart, because let me tell you, during Women's Month, like you've shared, we get stretched thin because we are few women who are speaking to women.
Oh, yeah.
And so there are more women that can come out and say, okay, fine, I was in a certain place before, there's information that I know, there's knowledge that I have, that I'm ready to share.
Yeah.
And you can share. Banange women, let us do it. Yeah, there's so many talks online. Motivate, that one has come to just motivate us. That's where it will end. Whoa. They inspire us and then nothing. But now, I feel like as women, we just need to come out. What we know, as long as you know a little bit more than the person in the room.
Oh, yes.
You qualify to be in that room.
True.
So, Banang, I would like to officially welcome you to the field of talking. I honestly need to.
The only reason I've said now is because of going back to Angie's point and what Rosette said earlier, that I was not allowed to because I had to fulfill my motherhood responsibilities. So now that my son's out of the nest is when I can start. But imagine I could have started this 10 years ago. But I was not allowed to.
For example, you will be called to a rural area, they need you there for like a week.
Can you
your family gonna
No, but welcome to the club.
No,
to be so nice
happy.
to be in picture.
Maybe you are wondering why people are not calling you.
By the way, let me tell you, March we get it is very. They will tell you
we are booked
out. This you need. Let me tell you, the events are more than the women available. And do you know what it feels like to say no? I'm booked on that day. I'm booked on that day. I'm booked on that day. My God, it's so painful. So, Abemi Kwan, I would like to officially welcome you.
Thank you so much.
We are so happy to have you.
We are happy to join
in this field of motivational.
Angie joined a while ago.
Angie has been there.
Yeah, she has been there.
So I can't wait for us to be on posters or posters. So you, excuse me. So I have to give you since you have to go and take a picture.
That
official pictures,
which has Mr. and Mrs. Mulongo.
So
now
then
it's going to be
it's going to be you.
in the place of Mr. Mulongo.
Right?
Because for you have to stay.
So we'll be like this. Serious. Now we are so serious.
Show me how
you have
to pose.
you have to be like this. Then you'll be serious. You have to do like a serious face.
Do like this.
Yeah. Then they'll put your title
Women with
down.
power.
Women with power. You have to have your personal profile ready.
Yeah,
you have everything. You just have to. When they ask you, just we have every year you need professional pictures.
Yeah.
When they ask you, you just send a link.
Like Wabula Garage will help me because again this month Thursday 7th March.
Right.
I had 5 speaking engagements. I had 7, but I had to cancel
on Thursday.
I agreed. But if the way I was forwarding from the garage folder, I just said, please send us a picture. Let's send us a picture. And they always ask me, how do you do this so quickly? I'm like, dear, I have some stuff from Bumplav.
Right?
From Bumplav.
So well, it's so nice to. Seriously though, it really is nice. It would be nice to go on panels together and just have a blast, yes. But that said, challenges that I've seen women face is our lack of confidence to take risks.
Oh yeah.
That one.
The truth is there's so much we could do. Like when they say, let's make $100,000 a month, a woman's like, from where? A man is like, how?
Yes.
Tell me now. And I start now. And I guess obviously it's like based on what you had said, you're like, now I'm looking for $100,000 a month in sales. I tell my children, when will they go to, who will take them to, who will drop them? Because of that commitment, that time and resource, that commitment that you'd have to make. But you guys, I have seen men go and get challenged, like they decide they are going to take on a challenge and they don't fear. For me, that has been the number. I'm just like, you look at a woman and you want to tell her, by the way, Angie, just to do like this. You can see the opportunity and she just needs to take that step. And you wish you could take it for her, but you can't because she's counting the risk.
Yeah.
I've seen men go into rooms, you people, and I kid you not, I've seen men go into rooms, for example, where there is funding opportunities, and a man will, for lack of a better word, lie through his teeth in a bid to exaggerate his accomplishments. The accomplishment is there, no doubt. The same way it is there for a woman. But the way he presents the accomplishment, you can think the man who has just put a small kiosk there has a mall. But when the woman comes, she belittles her kiosk. To the point, I have a small shop.
Like a small shop.
Say I have a shop. A shop.
A big shop.
He says I have an establishment.
Right?
You're like, what? We serve over 1,000 customers a day. It is a kaduka there for selling airtime. But when you think about it, yeah, he possibly has the same customers as the woman. But the lady, you know, me, I have there a kiosk to a katandika on my God. And sometimes I want to get her and I shake her and I tell her, you have a bigger business than that man. But he has said he has an establishment.
You have a small thing on the side.
You have a small thing on the side. For me, that has been the #1 problem I have seen. Because the truth is, men will face challenges of capital also. So when it comes to that, they will get all the money in the room, all the opportunities in the room, just because of how they position themselves, how they take risks. That one is
we suffer a lot from imposter syndrome.
Right.
So when you get into a space, what would have been a good opportunity for you to seize becomes paralyzes you basically. Whereas a guy, it's just excitement. It's like, how are we going to pull this off? And I've seen it even in the workplace. You find that, for instance, in my case,
promotion.
My brother is my biggest, cheerleader.
Okay.
Like, he sends me opportunities which I look at and I think,
You're like, will I?
are you serious?
Can it happen?
and me myself, I don't think so. But
He believes
he really believes in me. My husband is the kind of person who he'll look at something and think, why are you even debating this? It's obvious that you can handle it, But we get into that space, and yes, okay, when you're new in a space, of course you have to learn, you have to understand what's happening, but you even after you've done it over and over again, you're still doubting, you're still wondering, am I really capable of giving that much?
But you see what's interesting is that men see their inadequacy. Like when they see the entire, let's say, job ad, they know which parts they can't do.
They have 30%.
They know it the same way as a woman knows that these ones I can't do. But when they reach the interview panel, you can't tell that the man knows his inadequacy. So I think for me, it's not even the fact that we have inadequacies or there are certain things that we might be missing, but it's how you present yourself. So a woman can go and say, now I don't know these other parts. A man will go and ask his friend who is already doing those things. So if they ask me a question on this part, what should I say? They go out to understand. But us, our inadequacy keeps us in. For men, their inadequacy makes
they can never say it like that. When they ask me this one, first of all, they cannot add that ego. What they'll tell you is that, by the way, I have this car gig coming up, and I want to partner with you, but let us first see. How do we manage this car thing? Now this guy gives you all the answers in anticipation of the gig that is coming. The guy is going for an interview. He doesn't. You don't know that you also there on an interview. So that when the guy now comes, they ask him the question. Everything you gave him is what he says. Now, when he finishes and they give him the job, then he starts looking. Now, where can I get this? They think for them in their minds, they're like, let me get it. We will win it later. And guess what? It works. It works.
Manuela just reminded me of that book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. Act like a lady, but think like a man. I remember a time I was getting that job. I needed to have known how to drive a manual car. I went in that office and I told them, I've driven a manual car, I can drive it. And they gave me the car and I struggled and I was like, oh my God, where do we go on from here? I had to rush to a driving school like in a week, but that confidence is key. You enter that office and tell them, reports, I can do that.
I've done that before.
I've been doing that for years. And you
there's a meme. So let's not exaggerate. There's someone I saw, I read somewhere when the guy was saying he had put on his resume and what that he has been playing piano. They had wanted someone creative So he said he had been playing piano and what. He was great at his other things. So they gave him the job. Then there was going to be a dinner with a board of directors. They sent him an email. Excuse me. Yeah, I remember you said this. We are looking for someone who can play piano and in this between this segment as the board is having dinner and what. So please prepare. Come to this place and this place. So that guy went back to his car. He started Googling, how do I break my finger for this so that I don't have to do anything. He started, he said, I would rather enter the thing. They call me, I'll find a way.
Right.
So his extreme was, let me break my finger.
Oh my gosh.
Watch it.
So that they can look for someone else.
So that they get someone else.
What about men?
Yeah.
What about men?
But a woman won't want to connect, would not even put
like,
that.
I'm sorry.
Even after she has played the piano, she will not even put it there. Yeah, a man just needs, they take him to the cathedral, they show him the organ, he puts there his fingers like this.
And he's a piano player.
I am a piano player. I have 3 years experience in piano.
Right? Yeah. Kumbe, they last played in P2. He remembers the memory of when he last.
Yeah, but that aside, we must be cognizant of the fact that capital, as Rosette says, still remains a really big challenge. Yeah, and we've been hearing a lot from Psfu that you have certain programs that support entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs. So maybe could you speak to that?
Well, first of all, when it comes to capital, you will find that at least these days we have unsecured financing, so it's less of a challenge. The opportunities are really coming out and starting to come to the surface, especially where women are concerned. For instance, there's the Uganda Women Entrepreneurs Fund or something like that. There's been, of course, youth livelihood. By the way, women are really good at paying back. We are much better at paying back than men are. Yes, all those funds. Yes. But I think maybe because of confidence and because of lack of previous experience, when you go into the bank, we ask for less money. We are also not, we don't put forward that confidence that the bank, you know, should place in us as borrowers. So anyway, a lot of opportunities have come up for women, you know, to be financed. At Psfu, we have Grow. They are generating growth opportunities for women. So that particular project offers financing, loans to women, but also grants in the form of business development services. So women are being supported to, first of all, really understand their business or market, like market research, to package better, especially for a bigger market, to certify their products, to be able to just build the capacity of their employees so that they're more productive and more effective in the work that they're doing. But also another thing that we're really doing is building governance. Because as women, you know, you start as on your own. So your business that lacks the framework that is recognized by, let's say, PPDA if you want to supply, that is recognized by, you know, projects that want to buy from you and things like that. So we are offering that kind of support. But also we have the Young Africa Works project, which is biased towards women. We are targeting 70% women. And we are really trying to make sure that we put young women into work. But we are cognizant also that it's not going to be that simple, that we have to work with their husbands, we have to work with their support systems, their parents, to really, first of all, allow them to leave home, you know, and get things done. But also, even at home, to just give them that half acre where they can grow something. Some of them have helped to build better homes, you know, for their families. And we are seeing really amazing stories. You can really see a growth from A to B. And actually, in terms of development, women are considered a better investment overall. Yeah.
Actually, which the theme? We didn't talk about the Women's Day theme, the main theme, which is invest in women, accelerate progress.
Precisely.
Yeah. And that's just like, I don't even have to explain.
It works.
Women, you invest in women, you'll see progress, because women, you know, and not men do because they feel like it's their responsibility.
They have to.
They have to provide. And so for them, they stop here with them and their families. End of discussion. Whereas I find that women, when you invest in women, women transform themselves, they transform their sisters,
Yes.
they transform their communities, they transform their families, they transport their friends, they transform nations.
They take everyone
It's
with
like,
them.
they take everybody with them. Yeah, and I find that amazing.
Isn't that what women do? You give us an
That's
egg,
what
we
we
give
do.
you a child. You give us a house, we give you a home. We really are transformers. But I wanted to just say something about, being able to give grants in form of business development services, because many times people want grants in terms of cash. But getting business development services far outweighs cash, because, and I'm saying this from a place of experience, you can get all the cash you want, and it will run down the drain if you don't have very good, maybe corporate governance, you don't have very good human resource. So you really do need someone to come and work with you in terms of, let's say you need somebody in accounting, you need somebody who's good with HR, you need somebody who's good with research and development. So if you're getting that and someone is paying them for you, absolutely love that you're giving grants in form of business development services.
And I'll honestly speak, because Humans is a testimony to what Private Sector Foundation has done. BDS, what you guys have done for us, amazing, amazing, amazing. If you guys can just come out of the informality and formalize your businesses, PSFU is available to honestly support you. They have supported Humans with BDS, and to say that we have grown
business development
services, we have grown to say that we are, I don't know, 120 times ahead from where we were. They have supported us with business development services, and that's one of the major reasons we have grown as a business. They are paying for the thing that we're talking about, the trainings that we give the rural women, because they're doing that 70% and 30% women. I really, really love it, because I'm the gender focal person for Newman Foods, and I am the one to go in those trainings to see that, because they collect for all the men and the women. They actually advise the ladies to come with their husbands. So they are paying for facilitation for us to, that mindset change. It's one of the best things that has happened to the business. And the testimonies we hear from the villagers, like Shaz said, a lady will come and tell you, honestly, this has changed my life, because you've given them that growth. They're supporting them with seedlings to be able to farm. They are, like really, really encouraging them. And those are some of the things that have supported us. Because now they know that there's ready market. They will grow their Irish potatoes and then bring to Newman's. And then, buy and pay them. So those are some of,
amazing.
And so why didn't you host the show, dear?
You're direct beneficiary. Because I knew I would speak the entire time. Because I'm a beneficiary, and we feel like these guys have pushed us to a
and it has a ripple effect, because once you put in that support, it's just technical support, it's not cash. But once you put in that technical support, you become more attractive to other financiers, because they see you have systems that work, and that you're more effective, that you're gender sensitive, all these things. People start pretty much chasing you money.
That's exactly what we've done, and we thank you, PSFU. For the ladies in business, please.
Thank you for working with us. It's a real pleasure.
We're taking notes. Can we address challenges for gender bias in funding?
Well, women don't, I won't say don't, but a lot of women don't have credit scores. And of course, that's usually a start for them to assess you and be able to give you funding. So that comes in as a limitation. But solutions are coming in. And a lot of the time, you're finding that women are creating these solutions themselves, because they are coming together as small groups to help each other save a little money, even if it's 2,000, that kind of thing. And that is being used or leveraged in order to create a sort of credit history for them. So we have those agencies or entities that are coming into those spaces. Maybe Pumla knows about that, to sort of formalize and bring some systems around that, but also to be able to use that for larger financing institutions like SACCOs and microfinances and so on.
Wow. Okay. I would think that to that, you had said earlier that women are we pay back more. So I think that you'd use that history. Okay, I know that they are Bafere women as well. Like let's not deny it, they are Bafere women. But I would think that without a credit score, you're still hinged on the fact that by nature of her design as a woman, she's more likely to pay back money anyway. Let's give her a chance.
Right.
If she fails in that chance, that's the credit score. You know, it's one of those things of the chicken and the egg, where somebody says, we need you to have 3 years experience, but to come and work. But everywhere you're going, they're asking for experience. Yeah. So where are you going to get the experience from? You know,
it's difficult. But I think also the other thing is we are seeing there are other inventions or interventions, so to speak, to address that issue. For instance, we do have partners who, as you know, Movit is one of the partners we're working with on the project. And what they have done is they have an app that, yes, a woman is new to the business, but through this app they're able to sort of take stock of what the woman is working with, your working capital, your transactions, how much is coming in, that kind of thing. And we are saying that that is also being leveraged to build that kind of credit history and you know, the fact that women are better at borrowing, better borrowers altogether. So there are solutions, they're coming slowly, but there are solutions. And women, we have been prepared our whole lives, you know, to be able to take on these challenges. They tell you to kuguma and, you know, you actually, in Uganda, I think for the past couple of years, the literacy is higher for females than males.
Right.
So obviously we are schooled, we know a bit of math.
Yeah.
We have been prepared really, and we just need that extra step. Maybe it's mentorship, your speaking engagements, please do more of that. But we also need sponsors, people who are in the room who can say that person
will work,
yes,
in a room where
can
you're
do
not.
something.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's really important.
Right.
Amazing. So you're organizing the Women's Day Katale from the 15th to the 17th in Jinja.
Right.
Care to tell us more of what it's going to be about and what the public should look out for?
Katale, first of all, it's attempting to address all the challenges we've spoken about.
Yeah.
So we are going to inspire, we are going to bring all the different solutions or some of the different solutions that we require into that space. So financiers that are more friendly to women. You're looking at those government entities that support businesses. So Uganda Registration Services Bureau, URA. We also have NIRA because, as you know, on the project, sometimes we need identification, you know.
Yeah.
And even for financing, you need a national ID. Yeah, and sometimes actually when these women are coming of age, they don't have a national ID, especially in rural areas. Yeah, they don't. So to be able to bring the service closer to them so that they are able to access the service, and also it makes them more traceable, more credible as a borrower. But we're also going to have really exciting things. We are going to have Claire from Be Your Own Boss Babe. She's going to have a clinic there to just talk to women and inspire them. We're going to have Bump Love.
Yes, we are going to
the ladies will be inspiring as well. We'll also have, our Katale is very feminine. So we have spots where you can take selfies and take photos with your girls. And we also see a lot of women going from stall to stall, just getting inspired by their fellow women, learning from each other. We're going to have clinics. Those clinics are really intended to give you more information, you know, because first of all, this government has really taken care of women. That's the truth. Our laws are really favorable and really pro-women. I think it's just as a culture that we need to catch up. But that those opportunities are in place, and which is why you see a lot of different partners coming together to make those things happen. And so we are trying to bring all those different individuals into one space to do exactly that.
Right. Okay. Now, just needed to confirm, because I earlier heard that lots of women have been encouraged to bring their businesses to showcase.
Yes.
Because Newmans will be exhibiting what we are doing. Yeah. All the snacks that you're looking out for will be at the Katale. I needed to I needed to confirm if you can encourage all the ladies, because I
Yes.
feel like they need to hear this. They could come and showcase what they are doing.
Well, we did invite businesses, but the window was closed.
Oh, the window was
The
closed.
window was
Great.
closed,
Okay,
yes.
guys.
So there are businesses that will be exhibiting free of charge
Yeah.
all those 3 days to really bring attention to their businesses, shine a light on the amazing things that we are doing in
Nice.
spite of all the challenges.
In spite.
We are having a range of different PSFU programs. So it won't just be grow there. We are going to have Invite, which is promoting export. So those businesses that feel like, they have something there to do. And then, of course, we have the Young Africa Works. And our partners, interestingly, we have implementing partners who are also trying to create work opportunities for women. And they will be in that space as well to register those who need work.
Oh, great.
So literally, if you need support to get into some kind of work, especially business, we have a range of partners in that space.
Nice.
NSSF High Innovator is going to be there. We have Goal Uganda. We are going to have Haifa International, which in particular will be targeting young women within the Busoga region. And their project is new. They're targeting 250,000 women. So that is really a space that you should be at.
Right.
But also come, just come and go through the Katale, because it's a celebration of women. It's going to be really exciting. I think make a road trip of it and just
Right, with your
come
girls.
over. Yes. But also men, come and support us.
Of just going to Jinja for nyege nyege. Now you can go for PSF.
For other Katale.
Yeah, for productive things.
Right?
Is it the first time you're doing this?
No, this is the third edition.
third, okay.
Yes, and we make a point to take it to different places so that we are celebrating women all over.
Yes.
But also this year, we are really privileged that the Inebantu Busoga will be speaking to us.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to meet her when we're there.
See her from far.
Yes.
Far. And appreciate her beauty.
Yes.
And then if you thought you are the one who should have been the queen, you will find out why you are not the queen. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So well, that's I think that's beautiful. I think can I be honest? Let me tell you what's happening in the corridors, ladies, and why you really need to make your way to Jinja for the women's
Katale.
for the Katale. Men are going to send women. Let me say that again. Remember when we talked about confidence and men? Men say they are giving opportunities to women. Right now, as we speak, men are busy changing their documents to make women the biggest shareholder so that they can get opportunity. Now for you're already a woman. If men are taking these opportunities, men are taking our opportunities.
Opportunities because they identify as women.
That is how they are.
They've already bought wigs.
They've already bought wigs.
You're already sponsoring them.
I've given them dresses.
And so all of this, of course, is being supported by the MasterCard Foundation. They are our prime partner or key partner in the Young Africa Works project, but also key partner for the other partners who will also be on ground, bringing work opportunities to young people.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, MasterCard Foundation. And to PSFU, who brought me here.
Thank you for
Some
being
employers
here.
are really supportive. So.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for
been a
being here.
pleasure.
Wow, what an informative episode. I want to just encourage women, please. This is an opportunity. Let's take the opportunity by the horn. Even if it doesn't have, get it. And take it. We are going. This is the year where women are going to make those strides. And young women, now more than ever. This is, everyone is looking at Africa and then looking at African women.
Yes.
If you don't take the risk now, if you don't take the opportunity now, then when? But in a special way, I want to celebrate the businesses that make Bump Love happen, because guess what? They are all
Women.
led by women. Zuri Luxury does a phenomenal job with our hair. It's an international brand existing in Uganda, Rwanda, Zaire. Gisela, thank you so much. We want to say thank you. Shades of Beauty, thank you so much for being a part of our journey, and we want to just wish you all, may you grow, may you excel, may you be better than you've ever expected to ever be. Fashion episode for dressing us like, I mean, you guys come and tell us we look like
amazing.
We look like, oh my God, we look like you are in Thank you so much for investing in us. Shoe Puzzle, thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, what is a good dress without a beautiful shoe?
True.
What is it? So thank you so much, Amanda. Mwah, 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 mwah. And to all of the businesses that are in the Bump Love community, please let us know in the comment section. What's the business you do? Let's have a small commotion for your businesses in the comment section. Let's have a mini Bump Love Katale, the pre-event to the PSFU Katale. So let us know in the comment section what's the business that you do, what do you deal in. You might not want to put your contact because it will be deleted, but you can let us know maybe your Instagram handle, TikTok handle, or even where you're located so we can come and find you. But finally, we want to celebrate the businesses that are sitting here. But these ones are real. We pay taxes, please. Just on this. So here lie two big businesses. One is Pink Coconut, which you all know and love, because who has a wedding without pink coconut? That's not a wedding. You just had a ceremony, but you did not have a wedding, please. And I don't know how your marriage will go if you did not have good decor for your wedding. But apart from that, there's Kemi, the Bespoke Planner. She's a brand that is transforming wedding management, wedding planning. If you want a stress-free bride, I'm speaking to the gentlemen, please, ladies, bring in your men now. If you want a stress-free bride, because that stress will affect you on the night of
the honeymoon,
please invite Angie Kemi, the Bespoke Planner, to do your best. Right here is Newman Foods Limited. Oh my gosh. The producer of the most tastiest snacks, I dare say, in Africa.
Kampala,
please. I don't know which country you're in, and you know, there's many of you who are coming from, you tell us in the comment section, I'm from Senegal, I'm from Zambia, I'm from where. Go to the Newman Foods, DM Newman Foods, delivery, just shipping,
even in
small shipping, small. Let us open doors for Newman Foods Limited so that you guys can enjoy the snacks that they are making. She's also building a personal brand as Rosette Najemba Seguja, who's doing amazing things.
Picking.
Okay, come on.
Empowering.
Come on, doing it.
Empowering a woman to be the best in business.
So if you need someone who can speak to women on entrepreneurship, she is just a person, because she knows.
Been there, done
that. She knows. Then over to here. The business. Here you see.
She's the business.
She is the business.
I am the walking, talking resource. Myself, yes. My brand Pumla Nabatwa as I've been. Yes. And much as I'm an economist, I am also certified to speak to people about financial literacy. But I speak woman.
Right.
I just need women to understand I speak woman. I inspire, I motivate, and I empower women to be better people.
Right.
So if you need me, I'm always just a phone call away.
Come on
But I also want to tell people that people who have been just randomly giving out my contacts, when people ask, do you have Pumla's number, and you just share, this is my personal number. I implore you to DM me. I am very accessible.
Yeah, in the DMs, in the DMs. And right over here is your one and only mother of the nations. Right? But no, the Cradle is your #1 resource for every time you need help. Do not live a life where you don't have help to help you with your children. And especially for organizations, the Cradle is your resource to help your female workers and the male ones so they can be able to balance their work and their life. The #1 thing that holds many women back, and you've heard, even right from here, is their children. So organizations, the Cradle is a childcare and lactation service designed for the workplace. We are setting up spaces for childcare and lactation at the workplace and for the workplace. Yes. So if you're an organization, you need childcare for your staff members, call me. Call the Cradle. We shall be there. But apart from that, I'm also a brand. Yes. I am a moving, talking resource. Yes. And I'm really, really big on productivity and how women can balance their work and their lives. Because that semantic of work and life can be very, very difficult for many women, and it holds them back. So if you need somebody to speak to you about how to make that possible, yours truly, I am here. But Bump Love is also here. Yeah. We come here every week to speak with you, to inspire you, to motivate you, to challenge you. And it's always an honor to do that. Now, next week, we will be in Jinja. March 15th to 17th. We shall be there.
We are there.
And the Inebantu. So when you're telling people you're going to Jinja, you say, I'm going to see Bump Love and the Inebantu at the Psfu, Katale. We are expecting to see you. When you come, say, I am a Bump lover. We shall give you the love that we need to. So until next week in Jinja, see you and bye-bye.